Yeah, good morning, everybody. You're welcome to the Daily Digest with Jimi Disu. Let me let you into a secret. Well, it's not a secret. I think it's gradually known that the month of October will be throughout that month, Nigeria Info will be marking its 10th year anniversary. And it's going to be a month long of activities. It's going to have activities left, right, and center. In between that, for those of you who, my people out there, on my hand, there'll be loads of prizes to be won, and there'll be loads of activities for you to follow. So stand by. This is the time for you now to put a call through to that man in the village who helped you to write your JAM, the man who you consulted when you were looking for university admission, that job that you are sitting down there doing, the man who threw the dice and helped you get it. I'm joking, but we're going to have a whole load of fun, for 1 month here in Nigeria Info. And I consider myself privileged that I find myself in between, a 10-year anniversary. But guess what? 10 years is such a short time. For example, it didn't occur to me until the last minute that I'd been here for 1 year. And before you know it, so time is far gone, but I'm sure you're so happy with the impact that this station has made in your life. So whatever you do, don't touch that dial. Okay, now I need to apologize for I had advertised today's program. I'd advertised I was going to have a guest, Dr. Wilson Olatunde Olabisi. He's 81, he's a medical doctor. And his plight was brought to my attention yesterday because he's demanding justice. But as at about 8:30 this morning, I got a message that he had decided otherwise, that he wouldn't come. And I think some of them would bother on safety reasons. But I'll still take you through the case because I'm confounded. And I wish that he was here because I'd have been able to ask him some real hardcore questions. But unfortunately, he's not here. The whole thing generated, for me, it took off with the report in This Day newspaper. And it's on page 21 of the paper. And the story read, An octogenarian's quest for justice. And the writer there was tired of unending court eviction orders from AMCON on his property in Lekki Phase 1. 81-year-old retired medical director, Dr. Wilson Olatunde Olabisi, has raised the alarm that suspected fraudsters are using fabricated copies of his property documents as collateral to obtain huge bank loans without his knowledge. Excuse me, sorry, I still stubborn cough that won't go. So I mean that set me on, and he had said that he was ready to come and explain to us because I of course, the element of fright got into me that has this 419 whatever got to a point where your papers in the land registry can be used as collateral, to obtain a loan. Now let me explain to those who don't know, the uninitiated. When you apply to the bank for a loan, usually they'll ask for collateral. And banks would usually they would ask for landed property. So the implication of this story is that, could it be that somebody went to the land registry, got this gentleman's documents, and used it as collateral for a loan? Let me run you through the story that you have in This Day. The property in question is located somewhere off Admiralty in Lekki Phase 1. Okay, and says that in 2005, a lady who is the manager of one of First Institute Bank branch, now Unity Bank, came to me. This is Papa was speaking to This Day, and revealed to me that someone seeking to obtain a 96 million naira loan for the importation of float glasses presented documents of my property to them as collateral. This was in 2005. And that the lady in question had come to inquire if it was genuine because they intended to approve the loan for the individual the next day and needed my confirmation. She brought out the entire file and asked for my C of O. Fortunately, it was with me at home. I brought it out and they compared it. And she saw that the one that was presented to them was fabricated. I didn't give my approval. Well, you can't give an approval when it wasn't even yours. You didn't ask for any loan. So what he's saying here is that in 2005, somebody came from a bank, which is now Unity Bank, and said, well, somebody wants to obtain a 96 million naira loan. The question I would ask is, if the name of the bank customer who wanted the loan is different from the name on the title document, then why would the woman get up all the way? If they should have thrown out that application even before, or because usually if you want to use it, if you want to use the property to stand in, a formal letter would have been written. A formal letter would have been written. Now, that is, we would have expected Dr. Olabisi to have written a formal letter to them to say that, look, I'm putting up my property, because they have to file it. Okay, you have to file that formal letter. If it turns out that this customer in 2005 had a formal letter, then he should have been reported to the police for forgery. But I don't see anything like this happening. He says that the bank manager said that I should write to the headquarters that I didn't permit anyone to use my C of O. But I'm wondering why she said that, because the bank, like I said, should have thrown it out immediately. My lawyer then wrote to them to not use my C of O for anyone that I didn't permit such. So they didn't go ahead with the loan at that time. But he now says that, unknown to me, this same company owned by one Prince Adebari Adeyemo, who I had no affiliation with whatsoever, had actually taken loan facilities with the same bank with a government copy of my C of O without my consent. The first facility he took was in 2003. He was given 10 million. The second facility he took was in 2004, and he was given 44 million, making a total of 54 million, collected with the government copy of my C of O without my knowledge. This was in 2000 and... according to him, he took one in 2003 and another in 2004. I am surprised it didn't become a police case at that time. I'm surprised that it didn't become a police case. Or is there any link between this gentleman? These are the questions that I'd love to ask. Is there any link whatsoever between this gentleman and the doctor? Because he says that until Adeyemo tried taking a third facility of 96 million in 2005, that the bank deemed it fit to reach out to the retired medical director. Something sinister is happening in there that I don't quite understand.
Do we have information to the fact that how did the other guy get access to Baba's C of O? Government approved copy or government's copy, whichever copy.
No, when this is what I think happened. May I run away from bank loans and not could get property self. But when you want to take a facility, you're supposed to turn in your own copy.
Yes.
Not the government copy.
Yes.
And the bank should have known that.
Mm-hmm.
So if, according to this story, he had taken one in 2003.
With what copy?
It says, let me read it again. It says that, unknown to me, this same Adexon Industries, owned by one Prince Adeba Ademo, who I had no affiliation with, had taken loan facilities with the same bank with the government copy of my C of O without my consent. The first it took
government copy.
The first it took, yes, which
how?
How? The first it took was in 2003. He was given 10 million. The second facility it was in 2004. He was given 44 million. Because what the bank does is they want the original copy,
Yes.
which is yours,
Yes.
deposited with them.
With them, yes.
And the bank should have known if they have a legal advisor, they really should have known the difference between a government copy and what is called the original copy, which is yours, making a total of 54 million collected with the government copy. Now, if the man collected according to him, let us assume, if he collected in 2003 and 2004 and then 2005, when is the third time, why is it the same document that he keeps presenting? What the question I wanted to ask Baba, is there any connection between him and this gentleman?
Baba said that he's got no affiliation with him.
Yes, Baba said that. So why would he use, if you use the first one and it didn't quite work with the government copy?
So there's a lot of discrepancies in this thing. So what's the name on the document? Abby?
Okay.
Whose name is on the document?
I assume Papa's name will be on the document because he bought the land from government.
Exactly. So why is this other person now presenting the same document to
The government
the bank,
copy.
And then will the name there be different from the name of this individual? Or can someone use an...
Well,
I don't know.
it says that it was out of a guilty conscience that the bank manager reached out to me, though the manager didn't inform me that he had taken 2 facilities earlier. You see? He said it was out of a guilty conscience. The bank manager reached out to me. The manager didn't inform me that he had taken 2 facilities. It was recently when AMCON began to serve us different court orders that I got to know all this after reading through the papers. But then he should have reported the case to the EFCC or the police.
Yeah, this case should have been reported.
It should have been reported to the police. So based on the court papers, because what has happened now is that AMCON wants to take over his property. Because, of course, the loan was not serviced.
Oh, yeah, sure.
And it says, based on the court papers, the total money the company now owes the bank, including interest, is 91 million.
Chineke.
And this is a company or individual I have never met in my life, nor have any affiliation with.
And we don't know the status of this individual or the company.
No, he says he has never met. He says he has never met the man.
What if this is a regular practice? What if this is some kind of a syndicated crime?
It worries me. Yesterday, for example, I got a WhatsApp from somebody that some person somewhere took a loan, and I should come and tell.
I got that too. I got a message, an SMS, not even WhatsApp, an SMS.
I got a WhatsApp message says that somebody took a loan, and I should tell him to pay the loan.
I got that. Was it 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago?
Philip, if you laugh, I will take off my shoe and throw it at you. Do you know what? So I wanted to call. Philip is laughing at me. I said, Magbamike, I wanted to call. I didn't know who to call.
Yeah.
You know, so I called the people who sent me. They didn't pick. Somebody had called me earlier. He had said that. He says, "Good morning. Can I speak to Mr. You could see he was reading it. Jimi Disu." I said yes. He said, "I'm calling from your bank." I said, "Which bank?" He said, "Central Bank." I said, "To back lórí ìjókòó," because I noticed saying that Yoruba man. I said, "To back pembe. Even you as you did so, I would say you." He ran away. Another one called me. Yeah, he said Central Bank. Because when I asked which bank, usually you're supposed to fall for it the moment they say a bank. So when I said which bank, and of course I don't use one bank. I said which bank? He said Central Bank. So yeah.
That was not smart at all.
I know he was caught unawares. Then another one called and said, "Can I speak to Mr. Jimi Disu?" He said, yes. He said, "I'm calling from the customer service of your bank." That one, I was too irritated to even waste time with him. I said, "Get off, you know." So maybe because Papa says here, it's a pity he's not here, but I can understand why, you know. And it's very, very unfortunate. And ideally, this should be a police case.
That's right.
Yes.
That's
and
right.
If what Papa is saying is true, if it's conditional, then the bank should also be
I think it should
officials
be
of the bank.
Yeah, I think this shouldn't be a difficult case to crack, really, because we're going to track it back to the first time the person collected the loan. The company should be well registered with addresses and documents as to if they have boards right now.
And then how do you grant a loan to Jimi Disu and Associates and produce a
Another
land
person's
certificate of
that's
Kekere
that's
Jimi Disu.
don't use kekere. Don't use kekere.
No, I can't. If I want to dupe anybody, my lie is you. My dark is here, Lord. Luckily, I'm older than you. By the time they finish the case, I would have gone. You'll be lamenting.
So I'm thinking
But he said this is the one that also caught me, where it is quoted as saying that the doctor said that I have never met in my life, nor have any affiliation with.
yeah.
And
Yeah.
he says that he presented to this day a letter titled 96 million import finance facility addressed to Adexon Industries with him in copy. And Olabisi explained Papa explained that his lawyer on May 26 officially informed the bank that the CFO presented by the company was fake. It should have reported to the police.
Right.
This is a police, no longer an AMCOM matter. This is a police matter. This is the letter titled blah 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 blah. Use of fake whatever by your customer Adexon. Amibola informed the bank that Adexon Industries was trying to defraud the bank using the fake CFO of his property. Even then, I was expecting the bank to inform the police that someone wants to defraud them. In fact, I wanted to go to the police myself, but my lawyer then advised that it was better we allow the bank to take it up themselves, since they were the person was trying to defraud.
Exactly.
No, but the lawyer misadvised him.
No,
because
but the person was trying to defraud the bank.
It was
yes,
to
Baba will be
the
affected,
bank,
no doubt.
But Baba his lawyer misinformed him. He should have also reported to the police that somebody has faked my document. Yes.
So that's on the one hand. On the other hand,
If
the
he had
person
done that,
presented a government copy.
of it,
Me, I am interested in that one.
No, look, listen.
A government copy.
But if Papa had reported to the police at that time, he won't be in the mess that he is now. Because the police would have investigated. And he would have a police report. His lawyer misadvised him.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I agree.
yes.
I agree.
You know.
I agree with you.
But he said
I
he
agree with
went to Alausa and he placed a caution on his CFO.
Uh-huh.
You know, he placed a caution on his CFO. And, you know, they talked about it. The caution was approved and certified by the land registry. Olabisi said he likewise submitted a photocopy of the letter sent to me at Alausa. Now, one of the legal occupants of the property,
Yeah.
Ellen Nemore, said she was upstairs getting ready, our own Ellen Nemore here, getting ready to go out when she came into the compound, and she described how AMCOM came to seal the house. Okay. She said that that the property in question, Baba built the first one at the back, just one small story building. Then he got a developer, God's Power or more Zusi, to develop the 4 terrace duplexes. Okay. So Ellen bought her own from one of the people that bought it. One of those that bought the. Now, is there any of those people in those 4 terrace buildings that bears this name, Adexon?
Yeah.
It's becoming complex.
Yeah.
But because Baba says he doesn't know them. He says he doesn't know this Adexon. But so Baba had given the land out. They had built 4 terrace duplexes put up for sale.
Yeah.
Okay. But the CFO of the whole land was still with him because I think those who bought the duplexes had a 30-year lease or something like that.
Okay.
But Olabisi, he states clearly he didn't do business with anybody. Neither did he guarantee anyone or give his CFO to anyone.
So how did the person get access to? How did the person get the copy, a government copy? Me, I'm interested in. I'm saying
well, you know. One of the reasons why I'm actually going into this, even though Baba is not here, is to alert people to the kind of shenanigans that take place in this country when it comes to issues like this. So if you have your CFO, you better go and make sure. So yes, he developed the story is getting a little bit complex. Olabisi engaged the developer, Mr. Gospower Mosuzi. He engaged the developer. The developer began to develop the property in 2006, completed it in 2008. At the time in 2006, when he was about to begin developing the money, Gospower needed money for the project, and so he approached the bank for a loan. He presented Baba's copy of the C of O, which I willingly gave to him to the bank, but he wasn't granted the loan. The bank told him they couldn't grant him a loan on a third-party property.
Third
So
party.
how did they now grant a loan to the other guy?
What do you mean by third party?
Meaning that the man who wants to take the loan, his name is not in the C of O.
Yeah, but so I have a message here from Peter. It's the same thing. Peter says that Mr. A property can be used for Mr. B loan. Whoever can forge C of O can easily forge an approval letter of Mr. A. So if Baba had accompanied the C of O with an approval letter to John, or what's his name, the bank would probably have. That's according to him.
But
I'm not experienced.
He says he wasn't granted the loan. Maybe this was not the reason.
Okay.
Maybe the bank didn't think he was viable, or he didn't press the right buttons.
Okay.
And when this day contacted Omo Zuzi, he corroborated the story.
Oh, okay.
But this day reports that Omo Zuzi's testimony begs the question: how were other parties able to access a loan with a third-party C of O? To Olabisi's mind, a likely web of fraud connects those using...
Someone gave me this script to read, but I'm JJ Kocha. I don't know how many words I must read in a minute. I play football, not Mr. Actor. I don't read scripts. I'm at my best when I feel this.
Nigeria Info, thank you for 10 amazing years.
Think of it as the ultimate battle for your taste buds. The ultimate battle to fire up the city's up-and-coming kitchen talent, to serve the most sensational meals and make their dreams come true. A battle of passion, of will, and skill in a kitchen called The Kitchen. So, book your seat and help book an upcoming chef their spot on the gastronomical map of Lagos. Go to thekitchen.ng for more info. MasterCard. Start something priceless.
Hello, moms. Come join the Molfix Happiness Movement. Get 2 free diapers in every twin pack and 4 free diapers in every jumbo pack of Molfix Air Dry Baby Diapers. Try Molfix Baby Diapers today and experience the dryness all mothers dream of. Do not be left out. Grab your share of happiness. Join the Happiness Movement. Molfix, growing up happily.
99.3 Nigeria Info, your number one station for talk. Let's talk. This is an infomercial.
You're listening to Jimi Disu right here on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
Yeah, sorry, I do apologize. This thing caught up, the system caught up with me. I don't like the way these things just jump up on you. But the Oga Pata here says that he will not have me controlling anything. Anyway, as I was reading that, I got a message. One is from a Mr. Jimi Disu. Okay, it's my brother. My brother, who's a lawyer, he sent a message to me. He said, right, Jimmy, this is old scam.
Right.
Then my good friend, my paddy man, Libros says that a lot of people use cloned C of O to collect money from the banks in Nigeria. They even use the same document to borrow money from people. They are usually insiders connivance, both from the bank and land registry in Alausa. I have personally handled some of such cases. So we have reactions from two lawyers, and they're both in agreement. Rotimi says that it's an old scam. We learn every day. You know, this is frightening.
Yeah,
this thing we are doing today
is
going to be a blessing to a lot of people.
That's right.
If I were you, if you have your C of O, go to the land registry and please cross-check. I hope the land registry service online, where you can cross-check on a daily basis. You just go there and find out if there's anything going on, and then you move on. After you say your prayers in the morning, then you tell, oh, I'm on, Shani, wait phone for me. Then you cross-check online.
You know.
Oh, okay, my land.
No, but you're right, actually. It should be that simple. And
It should be that simple.
Just confirm.
It should be that simple. It's frightening. So Dr. Labisi says that I challenge NAMCON to go and make an inquest of my CFO at Alausa before coming here to enforce any order. Because right now they've locked up the man's house. Everybody's parking outside. At least they allow them in. Everybody's parking outside. And he's going through a lot of distress. 81, you know. And it's quite, it says they would have seen the caution I placed on the property in 2005 if they had bothered to investigate it before. AMCON too. You see, what AMCON did, or what they most likely would have done, is the same Nigerian attitude. All those who are owing money, go and sell their properties. Then they can come and start sorting themselves out one by one. I think that is what they did. But let's read AMCON's reaction. AMCON, this day contacted the head of corporate communications, Jude Nwanzo. And he says that the corporation traced Labisi's property to School XP Interactor Limited, which is indebted to AMCON. He did not confirm if AMCON also traced the property to Adexin Industries Limited and Tagaf and Sons Global.
Kai.
When asked if AMCON carried out any further investigation on the property at the land registry, he said, our lawyers carried out due diligence and confirmation from the land registry showed that the property is linked to the obliger. Therefore, excuse me, rather than resorting to the newsroom, Dr. Labisi is encouraged to prove beyond reasonable doubt in the court that the property in question is not affiliated with the company and so has no business in the portfolio of AMCON. This day then asked if AMCON truly secured an order against the octogenarian without inviting him to testify before the court. Wazo claimed Olabisi's lawyers were in the best position to deal with that aspect. What does that mean? Let me read that again. When asked if AMCON truly secured a court order against Dr. Labisi without inviting him to testify before the court, why can't Wazo give AMCON's position and now directed the reporter to go to Olabisi's lawyers? Anyway, he further noted that AMCON's obligers had perfected the act of employing and deploying all manners of strategies to delay or outright avoid repayment of debts to the corporation, a reason AMCON has over 3,000 court cases. And he says that from the trend that we know, a good number of them always run to the newsrooms to help them to mobilize public sympathy, but unfortunately the courts do not consider sympathy when looking at the case. They look at hardcore evidence. This day did a thorough story. They went to the Lagos State Land Registry. Who wrote this story now? Sunday Hijiato. I need to send him a bottle of something. When I see it's professionally done, I will send him a bottle of something. It could be a bottle of water.
I know. I'm not asking. No, I know.
It could be a bottle of wine. It could be a bottle of champagne. But I must send him something.
Something. Okay.
I must have something from him.
Okay. What's the meaning of that one? The one that you do.
I use it to gargle everywhere. Or cough mixture. Anyway, it says that inside the land registry, this day inquired of Olabisi CFO with the title number, he quotes it. It was told, come and see you.
What's that?
Let me read this one.
Okay.
On July 15, 2021, this day inquired of Olabisi CFO with the title number 70/70 199 IT. It was revealed that it had no loan facility registered against it.
What?
Let me read again. On July 15 this year, this day inquired of the Olabisi CFO with the title number.
Yeah.
it was revealed that it had no loan facility registered against it at the land registry. The certified true copy of the C of O obtained from the registry on August 12 showed no registered encumbrance on the property. But there was a registered caution, which, of course,
Yeah, the Baba
Dr.
said
Lamisi
yes.
had claimed.
Yes.
It was also revealed that the property at whatever it is, Lekki Peninsula 1, old number, was so and so square meters and was registered by Labisi on March 14, 1991. It also stated that the property was used as a residential abode and was leased for 99 years. You know, those who bought.
Usually the CFO.
I remember when my dad got his land at TMU Savage, and they said it was registered for 99 years. So I told him, why not buy it outright? You know what he told me? Say, even will you be around in 99 years? I was so worried that this man is going to leave and somebody will come back. But he says, no, you won't be around. So that the property was just and with no loan facility registered against it. We are going to open up our lines now.
That's right.
We can't say categorically what has happened. But I think that somewhere along the line, and I'd like to be advised otherwise, the lawyer misadvised Papa. He should have just reported to the police. Because had he done that, he would have had the police report. The police would have investigated and given a report that this is exactly what... There are all kinds of things going on in this city.
But
and all of you should be thanking me, those of you who have land, because I know you will run to the registry and some are already on their way. They are
listening in the car right now.
In the car right now. Some of them.
They'll just go and confirm first.
Yes, they should. All of you should send me. You should send me something, a bottle of something.
A bottle of water will be nice. He needs a lot. You can see he's coughing. A bottle of water. That's okay.
No. That
fine.
cough. That
you
cough
see the small. See these small bottles. This one. Just send it to him.
Do you know you're advertising the water?
I did not.
You covered it.
Yes.
I trust you. Okay, so there you are. That's the come to think of it. Even if Baba had been here, maybe he would have told the story himself. But we have this newspaper report, and we are going by it, and we are not drawing any conclusions yet. But we'd like to take your calls. Please call from a quiet place. And let's just have, don't accuse anybody just yet. I mean, let's have your thoughts. I'll increase the time from 1 minute to 2 minutes because this is a bit technical. I would appreciate if one or two lawyers could also call to give us a legal perspective. Right. I don't know whether I should even call Rotimi or Libros. Can we get that done? We don't have the time.
We can call any one.
We can call.
But they will not even allow us to call unless you want to call from our personal. Yeah, we can call. From
I have credits.
You have credits.
I have credits.
Okay.
Don't you know who sponsors me?
You just have to put that in there.
I have credits. I can call Japan. I can call. I'm going to call Libros. So if he sees my number, I'm sure he'll pick.
He's listening.
I think if I call my brother now, all of you will say that I've come to boast that I have a lawyer in the family.
Nobody is going to boast now.
I know you will be the first to say that. You want to show us that you have a lawyer in the family.
I will just say it in passing.
You will not say it in passing. Libros.
Okay.
Libros.
I will try not to.
So what do we have here? Tell me.
What usually hello?
Yes, go on.
Yes, what usually happens, that's why most times if you're doing a land transaction, even at the bank, usually when we file reports, usually put a caveat that don't part with money except you see the C of O that they are referring to. You take it to allow us to cross-check with the file copy. You have a lot of cloned C of O. So what they do, if for example now you applied for a loan before and it is rejected, it's turned down, the boys in the bank will take that C of O, maybe go to Alausa, and then those inside the strong room, they clone because they have maybe extra papers and all of that. They clone that copy.
Okay.
They clone it and trace the governor's signature in some cases on it.
Ha.
And so everything on then they now make photocopies. It is the photocopies that they bandy around. So if you do not have the original copy, looking at the photocopy on the face value, you will think it's original until you cite original copy and then you cross-check with the file copy. And that's when you now know that, this is a clone CFO. So in Baba's case, maybe the CFO that he took to apply for loan initially, once he was rejected, some insider, you must have insider. You can't just do it without an insider. You must have insider. So in Baba's case, there must be an insider in the bank and an insider in Alausa. Yeah, probably a close shop. My experience is that my client was at home, just like Baba. He was seated at home. And then bank people came and said, look, you are owing so and so and so amount of money. And in some cases, like one of your listeners also said, tripartite mortgage. There's what they call tripartite mortgage. The CFO belongs to somebody else who will present the CFO for and on behalf of a third party to collect a loan. And so they do a tripartite mortgage that all the parties would sign. It happens also. It's legal. But that was what happened in my client's case. There was a tripartite mortgage, presumably a tripartite mortgage. So it was at home and then bank came and said, you are owing so and so and so amounts. So we reported immediately to the police. That's where Baba got it wrong. And then while the police were trying to trace this man, the man who actually collected the loan, the people in the bank were the one telling him, police will come for you today, move. So because the bank, we kept, we didn't know that they were insiders also. Because we informed them that we are going for this man today in Uyo. They will inform him that go to Abuja, police are coming today. It was when we stopped informing the bank people that we now discover when the man was eventually arrested. That was when he said that, look, I didn't bring this CFO. I just approached my bank and they said, don't worry, we'll provide the CFO. But out of this tax at 20 million you want to collect, we will take 10. You will we'll increase it to 30. We take 10. You will take 20. And then someday, that was even before AMCON, someday the loan probably will be written off. So you have a lot of them like that.
Wow.
Many.
Thank you, Libros. God bless you. Excuse me. Wow.
Okay.
There you are. Okay, so let's take your contributions. Hello, morning. Please, if you call in, don't ask me any question. No, I'm not a lawyer. Hello.
Hello, Uncle Jimmy.
Yes,
I'm
sir.
not a lawyer.
I'm not a lawyer. Yes.
Honestly, thank you for this topic. But my worry is that if the guy took the first 10 million without paying back, and the bank deemed free to give him the second loan for 4 million, I think something is fishy. Someone in the bank is colliding with someone close to Baba. I think maybe the lawyer too is to me is a suspect.
Baba's lawyer.
Yeah, that's my own opinion actually.
Okay.
Baba advise Baba not to go to the police. And how do whoever is taking the loan got Baba's CFO? I think so.
We missed that. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Uncle Jimmy.
Yes.
This is Pastor Ladipo.
We know we know it's you, everybody.
All right. Uncle Jimmy, I think I want to throw the line of the first caller.
Yes.
There is possibility because we are having almost a similar case like this, where the lawyer continued to advise and they say we should abide by the advice of the lawyer, unknowing that he also was part of the people that are doing these things. So for me, I think Baba, now that the case is opened anyway, Baba should approach the courts, get another lawyer that can pursue this case. And if he's not satisfied, let him. There is always opportunity for him to change lawyers. So let him approach the court direct so that this embarrassment will stop once and for all. And the people behind these things, sir, thank God you're a Lagosian. Let's just go to that Alausa. You will see a lot of things going on. God save Nigeria.
Amen. Well, I have Mr. Rotimi Disu on the line. Hello, morning.
Hello.
Hello, Rotimi. How are you?
Good morning, sir. My radio is on, so I only
Switch off your radio. Switch off your radio. Switch off your radio. Yeah, can you hear me now?
Yes, I can.
Now they brought an angle saying that maybe the lawyer deliberately misled Baba and could be complicit. What does that occur to you?
No, actually, it happened to an uncle of ours. He had a property at Magodo, and like Libra said, someone just came to him one day and said, "Baba, I want to Taleng." Said, "No, the uncle is a retired civil servant that lives in Oingbo, Uncle Obayomi." So, and when he said, we thought that maybe one of his kids must have tampered with his documents because there was an agreement signed by him, not signed, it thumbprinted, and was witnessed by Reverend Disu and whatever. And obviously, a retired civil servant, he was literate. So we went to the place, and investigation was ongoing. Unfortunately, he died during the investigation. And lo and behold, when the kids were trying to clear up, they saw the CFO, the original CFO, under you know the old man now. Under his bed. Under the carpet. So that's when we realized that what the bank had was a clone CFO.
Wow.
What they did was to take out the photograph that was in the CFO in the safe at Alausa, took that one out and put in a clone photo in the safe. So when you looked at the CFO and the photograph, they inked together. And luckily, when the bank saw that, they just gave up on us, and the man got the kids now got the land back. So sometimes we were going in circles with the police because we didn't really know what happened. But thankfully, in this case, he was able to get belatedly, he was able to get his property back.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, thank you. Okay, so that's where we are now. Okay, let's pick one or two more calls. I got to get out of here. I have to go and quickly check my own Hello, morning.
Good morning, Uncle Disu.
Yes, morning, sir.
My name is Emeka. I'm calling from Eba.
Yes, sir. Please, can you turn off the radio in your house? I'm getting a feedback.
I must do that.
I'm getting a feedback here. Hello?
Please, as I was...
Okay, we'll take another call. When you want to call from a quiet place and switch off your radio. We'll most likely get a feedback. Okay.
Hello, sir.
Hello, morning.
Good morning, sir.
Morning, sir.
Please, sir, I need your assistance. I want to get your number, please, sir.
No, don't get my number. Are you contributing to the program?
I'm a blind man. I'm not bringing people to you.
But what is?
I want to discuss something with you.
No, I don't. I'm not a personal counselor. Please, I just do my job on radio and go home. I'm so sorry. Okay, let's pick the next call. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, sir.
Yes.
Good morning, sir. Good morning.
Morning.
Yeah, thank you, sir, for everything you did. I mean, very, very interesting, Mr. JD.
Yes.
I share it. If you haven't got this thing, and because things like this have been happening, just look at what he said. He said and kudos to that journalist that went into to. My respect to him, sir. I need to know his name. Hello, sir.
He's a hijato.
Exactly. Yeah. And I really, my respect, cap. And I'm called that, and the bank itself, before they give loan, why couldn't they go to verify at the Lagos State land use, whatever it is called? Which means the fault is from them. This old man now needs a good sound lawyer, because from what you just read alone, the man is vindicated. You understand?
Okay.
He's vindicated 100%.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, you want to say something?
No, and I wasn't going to.
Well, you put on the...
Yes, I just put it on.
To divert my attention.
No, is that a distraction?
Okay, let's take one or two more calls.
Female line.
Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Morning.
My name is Vera.
Yes.
I just want to throw in more light, but in another dimension.
Yes.
Apart from properties, where this fraudster goes is equities, investments.
Oh, really?
Like I work in an office. You know, they go after these high-profile individuals. Immediately, it is published on the newspaper that so person has passed on. What they will do, they will go and perfect letters of administration and go from one registrar to another, one bank to another, and collect all their entitlements and shares and all of that.
Wow.
And a lot of them, they will so perfect it. Many times they scale through, sometimes they don't scale through. And at the end of the day, when the re-administrator comes, we are in trouble and the bank has to pay. So they go in different dimensions.
Okay. Thank you very much for your contribution. Okay, I think I'll take my last call for today, and that will be it. Hello, good morning. Hello.
Hi, Uncle Jim. Good morning.
Morning, sir. Who's calling?
Yeah, I would like to be anonymous. Okay, so I want to dive into the banking scam itself. I'm going to divert a little to the oil and gas. I'm opportunity to work with an oil and gas company, and we acquired 3 vessels. Now, this is what to do. Before any loan goes out, they with themselves, they will sit down with the company shareholders and say, you know what? Do you want any loan? We're going to multiply that money by 3. We'll give you a chunk of it, and our own MDs or anything, we have. On the long run, they will give you the loan, and they will tell you, don't worry, don't pay. They will not cover it up. Now, on the issue of this Baba of a thing, the truth of it all is that the first developer that took the documents to the bank for a loan does not know. He only went there for a loan to develop the house. Now he took the loan, he didn't give him the loan rather, and he came back. Now the document is lost to them. The insider in the bank took it back to Alausa. We have the guys that do this thing in Alausa. They are very, very smart. What they will have done is they will clone it and get it back and get it into the bank. Now, Unity Bank as a whole, the guys in there knows everything that is going on. Not many of them, they are not in Nigeria again. They've traveled out. For this case to be justified, Baba is indicated already.
Yeah, okay, thank you.
My own contribution.
Okay,
Thank
all
you.
right. So that's where we're going to end it for today. We wish Baba all the luck that he needs to see if he can get this problem solved. Maybe he should change his lawyer for all his worth. Maybe the lawyer himself should say, look, Baba, Ereka will lawyer me so that you feel a bit more comfortable. But I believe that it was ill-advised not to have reported to the police. I believe so, even though I'm not a lawyer. Having said that, I'll be back again tomorrow, 9 o'clock. Tomorrow is Diabumi, and I have a guest, Mrs. Jumoke Fashano. She'll be my guest. Of course, you know her. She's one of the pioneers, not pioneers, but one of the top estate mortgage developers or something like that. But she won't be talking that. She'll be giving advice as an agony aunt on Diabumi with me today. And on Thursday, we are starting something within Daily Digest called Thursday Review. I will most likely, my guest every Thursday now would be a journalist and will review the news of the week. We'll review. Whilst on Friday again, you can listen to Sharif.
On Friday, yes.
On Friday, yes. So you'll have 2 reviews. We'll do it Thursday to Thursday. She'll do it Friday to Friday. Okay? So look forward to it. My first guest is Tony Ademilui. He's a versatile writer. He'll be my first guest. We'll be looking at that. Tomorrow is Diabumi. I'd like to thank everybody. Sharif, cool down. I know you've been telling them to tell your driver
I'm calm.
To bring the car to the parking lot. Over take off, you are going straight to Alausa.
I'm calm. I need to fly there.
We would, at some point, we might have to bring in somebody from Alausa to tell us how they safeguard people's. This is very disgraceful. Even though there's not much you can do to prevent crime, really. But this is completely unacceptable. And I hope that the government officials who are listening would, they would alert those concerned and try and seal up that place so that we don't have this kind of fraud taking place anymore. I'll be gone. I'll see you tomorrow at 9. Bye.